FMU, you're on the air.
Hey, Tom, it's Greggulator.
Greggulator?
The Greggulator.
You're banned, though, right?
Aren't you doing the one-band caller a week thing? Is that still going on?
I'm going to give you 10 seconds to realize this. I'm going to give you a 10-second grace period I'm going to explain it to you. If this call does not go well, everyone's ban is reset.
That is fine with me. I don't care about anyone else.
Oh. Wow. Feisty.
I am. I understand the ban. I appreciate the ban. It's done great things for the show. However, me, myself, I'm fine with being banned. I just don't want to be lumped in with a lot of the ham and eggers who are banned.
Ham and eggers?
Yeah. I don't want to deal with nonstop. I don't want to be associated with nonstop giggling or puppetry or anyone of that ilk. I try and bring things to the table. I got something for the table for you. I think brother Brutus Beefcake might actually be the bouncer at that club, but I don't want to be associated with the jabronis, with the humanoids, as Bobby Heenan would call them.
You're like a villain now.
I'm fine with it.
What
happened? When I started calling, I was being nice. I was really worried about what everyone thought of me, everything. People should be worried what I think of them. Oh. I cannot. I wasn't myself. I'm not a nice person. This is the real me.
I'm not a nice person? So this is the real you?
Yeah, I think so. I think this is me coming out, the real me coming out right now.
So when do you turn on me? That's the question.
Well, I don't turn on geniuses.
Oh. Wow.
I would never turn on you, and I would never turn on my brother.
Your brother's a genius?
Yes, he is, and you are too. My two favorite comedians in the world.
I had to get that mention your brother in, though.
Well, these people who say that I talk too much about my brother or my voice is too shrill. Well, guess what? If your brother was my brother, you'd talk about him too.
And who is he now?
He's Chris Gethard. The Chris Gethard. And I don't hear anyone else calling in. I don't hear a bunch of Shadow Stevenses on the radio receptor when I'm listening to the show.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Greggulator's taking it right to everybody.
Yeah, I am.
So who's your least favorite of all the other regulars, Greggulator? If you're in this mode right now.
Ooh, well, Wally Wackiman, the puppet, has been trying to give me a little bit of guff on Twitter. I think that's too easy an answer, though.
Who isn't he giving guff to on Twitter?
Well, I have my allies. I have smart people. People who like me.
If John Cassavetes would still be around, he'd make a movie with Wally Wackiman.
I'm certain he would. Don't think I've actually seen a John Cassavetes film, but I would watch one about him involving a dumb puppet.
Confessions of a... What would it be? Confessions of a felt bookie? I don't know. What? Everybody on the chat, send me John Cassavetes, Wally Wackiman movie titles. So you don't care?
No, I don't care. Reset my band as long as their bands are reset too.
Look, I don't care. I'm going to just say this. I like before I just get hit now with a barrage saying I'm picking on the puppet. I'm not picking on the puppet.
No, I know you're not picking on the puppet. I'm picking on the puppet.
You're picking on the puppet.
Yeah.
So the puppet's your least favorite?
It's going to be him, or I know she's probably going to get a little upset with it. It might be Geneva, too.
Oh, my God. Greggulator, naming names. You're like... And Lori. Let's name them all. Well, if you name all of them, it doesn't work.
No, well, I'll name those. Those are the big three.
You're like the Julian Assange of the band.
Yeah, I'm going to start a wiki band right now and leak documents I've received from everyone.
I love it.
Yeah.
So what's going on, Greggulator?
Well, I have reason to believe Brutus Beefcake may have been the bouncer at the show you're talking about.
No, this guy was too young to have been Brutus Beefcake.
Well, do you know about the Brutus Beefcake in Boston story? It's one of the greatest all-time stories involving a wrestler or even a non-wrestler.
What is the story?
A few years ago, around 2003 or 4, the Boston mass transit system, the downtown crossing area and all that, was shut down because of an anthrax scare. And then it was restarted when they realized that the package that people thought was anthrax was not anthrax, and indeed, instead it was cocaine. And the cocaine belonged to the ticket taker, and the ticket taker was Brutus Beefcake. So, and then they had a picture of him, real name Ed Leslie, and he had he still had like a dyed mullet, and then he also has like this really striking face, because when he was an active wrestler, he got in a windsailing accident, and he messed up his face real bad, and because of that, it made his face look like a melted crepe. So you just see, like, on the Boston Herald, on the front page of the Boston Herald, it was called like haircut or something like that was the headline, something regarding the Brutus the Barber nickname. And you just see he's looking down at the floor, and as he's looking down at the floor, his eyelids are melting, and it's one of the all-time greatest newspaper covers I've ever seen in my life.
Well, Greggulator.
Yes.
I don't think there's any two ways for me to rule on this.
Rule as you see fit. You are a fair judge.
Oh. You have a great night.
Thank you.
There's no question, right, Mike? Everyone is banned. No. That guy just brought it. That guy just brought it. The Greggulator did it. Are you explaining that to somebody? No, everything's fine. The Greggulator just came through with an amazing call. No, the band is not interrupted. The band, nothing changes now. The band moves forward. It's not reset. The Greggulator delivered. No, he's not off the band. Who's good here, Mike? 4. Speaking of 4 Loco. The makers of the alcoholic drink 4 Loco have agreed to change its labeling and packaging to settle Federal Trade Commission charges of deceptive advertising. What deceptive advertising? That they did not say it kills you? I'm still recovering from that junk. Drank 2 cans of it. I'm still not feeling well. That was last December. I don't know what to do anymore. This better be a good call, Mike. Your job's on the line. FMU, you're on the air.
Hey, Tom, it's the puppet.
The puppet. Now, this is Wally Wackiman, true or false?
That's very true.
Wally Wackiman, I'm going to give you 15 seconds.
Oh, boy.
No. Listen, dum-dum. Can I finish a sentence?
Go ahead.
Before you start going into your pity act?
No.
I said I'm going to give you 15 seconds to listen to the rules. You are banned.
Yes.
And I'm going to just reiterate the ban to you right now, just so you understand that you young man, are playing with fire by calling this show while you are still a banned regular caller. You, if this call does not go well, you reset the ban for everyone, for like 14 people. Go down with you on this. They all go down with the ship. So if you, Wally Wackiman, are willing to accept that burden, I will count to 5, and then you can start talking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right. So here.
Oh my God.
What?
You're going forward.
Oh, of course. I'm not backing down.
This is brave.
There's a lot of heat on this. People have been pushing me.
pushing you to make the
Yeah.
call.
Oh, yeah, before even though the last person called, Julie from Cincinnati wanted me to be the first, but I was like, I don't know if I got it in me, and I don't want to ruin it for everybody else and have them against me, but I got
Hold the
stuff
voice.
to say
Hold
now.
the voice. Hold the voice. The voice is slipping.
What? Oh, well,
Yeah.
well, anyway.
Hold the voice.
Okay. Before I get into anything else, how are you?
I'm doing all right. That's nice. I think it's a lemon. You know what I'm going to have to do? I'm going to have to keep score on this to see if this is a good call.
You're going to keep what?
I'm going to keep score because I have to determine whether this call was a success or not, and all of the callers could be banned again because of this. So I'm going to say,
understand.
ask me if I was how I was doing. Let me just write this down. Asked how I was doing. That's one in the yes column. Instantly defensive / whiny.
What?
That's one in the negative column. So right now you're running your. So proceed. The floor is yours, young puppy.
All right, I'll get to it. I just didn't want to skip over that part.
Okay.
It's been a while since we talked. I felt very bad about what happened in the hurricane. I don't want to rub that in or anything,
Okay.
but, I just wanted to express that.
Thank you for that.
Anyways, down to business. So I heard last week's call.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's talking about it. What a great, amazing call it is. Ooh, dark regulator. Ooh, this guy's, he's turned heel. Guess what? This guy, he was always a jerk. He said, I used to be nice. And,
Muffled voice. Muffled voice.
What?
Muffled voice. I can't even understand you. That's too. You're in the deficit right now, Wally.
I'm sorry. Well,
Okay,
either way.
Go ahead.
Oh, this, I hear the Greggulator talking down to me.
Yeah.
Let me play Spike for a second.
He called last week, the Greggulator,
Yeah.
and he said that you were a bad caller. What do you remember specifically what he said?
I don't know. It's a dumb puppet, just throwing me under the bus right away. Easy target.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, this guy wants to go after me. The Greggulator. You know what? I'm going to play Spike and call him the Dreggulator.
Dreggulator.
Yeah, dregs.
Oh, I got it.
And you know what? Take it one step further. You know who else he threw under the bus with me? Not someone like Dave from Knoxville or Bonaventure or even the H-Man who he was competing with in that whole protege thing that went out of control. Geneva and Lori. What do they have in common? Oh, okay. He's Dreggulator the woman hater, apparently. Either that or maybe he can't stand the sound of laughter, which wouldn't surprise me based on his attempts at humor.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So yeah, he says.
So you're saying he's misogynistic?
Either that, or he just doesn't like hearing people laugh, which wouldn't surprise me.
He's a nihilist then. He hates just human joy. Is that what you're saying?
Possibly.
Okay.
But he said, "Oh yeah, I was holding back," and so no, he was a jerk from the get-go. When he first started calling in, all he did was talk trash about the H-Man.
You're losing the voice. You're losing the voice, Wally.
Oh, okay, I'm getting very riled up. I'm sorry.
Losing the voice. Calm down. Go ahead.
Okay, so yeah, he came on strong right away with that whole protege thing. Just tore the H-Man apart, left, right, and center. He could have down a bit.
You're muffled again. You're muffled. That's a three. That's three. One yes, three negatives right now.
I don't know. It's the phone or something. I can't tell what I'm doing differently.
I don't know. Are you actually talking into the phone as the puppet?
Well, yeah, you know how it works.
Yeah, but you need to actually have the phone up to your human mouth.
Yes, I got it.
I
I know how the audio comes out.
You're fading in and out, buddy. I want this to go well.
I do too. I have a lot planned to say to tell about my feelings with this thing, and my phone's going to screw me over. Oh boy. Well, either way. Am I good?
You're good. You're good.
Okay, so his whole thing was like he was a wrestling promo. That was his angle last week. Well, this is the part where I come up behind him and smack him in the back of the head with a folding chair.
Okay.
He's a heel. No, he's just a punk, and not like the wrestler CM Punk. He's more like the Miz, some loser who has this overblown ego, thinks he's better than everyone else, like he's the king of the world. Because now he's got a bigger head than me from that last call. Everyone's saying it's so amazing. You know what? You surround yourself with ugly people, which I'm sure he also does, you're going to come off looking a whole lot better. You know, he saw all those calls, terrible calls. Oh, well, I'll sound great by comparison. That's how things go.
Well, who are the ugly people he surrounds himself with?
What?
Who are the ugly people he surrounds himself with?
Well, I don't know about in his real life. I don't know about that. I just meant as a metaphor also for the calls from last week. Mm-hmm. He thought this is a great opportunity for me to sound great because of all these snooze
You're losing
calls.
the voice. You're losing the voice, buddy.
I'm not sure what to say about that.
Losing voice.
Well, I'm trying here.
I know you're trying. I'm on your side, buddy.
All right, I appreciate it. I'll go forward.
Okay, please do.
Okay. So anyways, you know, and then, you know, he's also a sycophant with a capital sick. You know, just kissing up left and right. And, you know, he was talking about his whole thing of coming on and, you know, oh, this is me. I'm going to, you know, I don't care about anybody. And then he's like, oh, but you're a genius. And also my brother is a genius. You know, you couldn't not mention the brother when you're doing this whole routine. Maybe leave it out this time. You know, I don't understand.
I hear you.
Huh?
I hear you, buddy.
Okay. Oh, good. I'm glad you hear me. That's important. And, you know, really, going to start with me of all people.
It's muffled again. It's muffled again.
I'm sorry. It's this phone, I guess.
Hey, Mike. Look, I'm not making any ruling right now, Wally. But I just want to ask Mike a question.
Okay.
On a report card rating, Mike, how is this call going? What? D-. C?
Well, he's part of the problem,
C-.
too.
Mike says, he's part of the problem.
Yeah, Mike's attacking me left and right, too. He's one of the bunch. He's got his own new puppet. He made his own puppet, who's not a friend with me. I try to befriend all puppet and people, but the puppet says mean things to me.
Again, the voice is falling. You're not doing the voice right now, Wally.
I don't know what is wrong with the voice.
Because you're talking like you. The voice. Hey, it's me, Wally. How's everybody doing? This is what you're doing. And again, I'm on your side, buddy. You know that.
Yeah.
This is what you're doing. Hey, it's me, Wally, because, you know, I'm going to the thing, and it's going to the, picking on me, and it's going to the thing, and like you're losing, you're slipping in and out.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize.
Now it's muffled again! Let's go forward. Let's try to, look. C- don't get it there, buddy. But let's keep going forward. I'm not giving up on you yet.
I appreciate it.
I'm not giving up on you.
I have a lot to say. I prepared for this.
My felt friend.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, so, you know, he picks on me of all people. And you know what?
This dude, the Greggulator, who you feel picks on you, you now have had enough.
Oh, beyond enough, and it goes beyond him. I'm tired of everybody. Everybody is picking on me. Look.
Like who? Like who? Me?
No, not you.
Name a couple names. Who's picking on you?
Well, I'll say one thing. He doesn't pick on me, but I do feel kind of betrayed by my good buddy, my former co-host, Hatch.
Hatch?
Yeah, he spent the whole show. Basically, it could have been called the Let's Replace Wally 3 hours. Could have been on the Shout Network.
But look, Hatch is entitled to do whatever show Hatch wants to do. Hatch is a licensed DJ here.
Well, you know, I felt a little betrayed. He couldn't even say my name. He's like, "Oh, my normal co-host is banned," and then he would say, "Oh no, this is adult radio. This is puppet-free radio." So that means the same.
He's teasing you a little bit. He's teasing you.
It didn't sound like a teasing tone.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. He's teasing you a little bit. You got to roll with the punches. Remember in the Ted Leo video we did how mean you were to Ted? It's on the Best Show DVD.
Sure.
You were zinging him. Ted went through with a smile on his face, and it was as fun as can be. He didn't take it personally. You got to roll. You want to be a puppet in the spotlight. You got to take your lumps, buddy. It's not a one-way street. You're on the thing moaning about continuity in Marvel Comics and stuff. You don't think that hurts people's feelings? Somebody working hard on a comic book Now you're just saying that this stinks? You don't think that hurts their feelings?
Well, I'm not pointing out names. I'm not saying you stink. I'm just saying, hey, what's up with this, guys? Come on, keep it together.
Oh, I could find 20 things you ripping on people in the comic book biz on your account if I started scrolling through. But I'm not gonna. You're entitled to have your opinion, but you got to roll with it, conversely. People can think whatever they want to think. And why do you care? Why do you care? Who cares what people say the meanest stuff to me?
That's true.
I don't care. Why would I care? I know what I'm doing here. And you know what you're doing there. Why don't you just relax and have fun with it rather than get all twisted about it? So you got your marionette strings in a knot.
I'm not a marionette.
You're not?
No, I don't have strings and the little wood sticks above my head.
Yes, you are. I've seen you in here, and it's a marionette thing where you're like up on the chair doing, right?
Have you had other puppets in studio?
No, you're the purple one, right? Like the Grimace. You're like that down-market Grimace dude, right?
Well, how am I supposed to not take offense to something like that?
I'm teasing you the same way you need to roll. Why?
I'm playing along with it.
How can I? You're not, though. You're not. You're truly mad at me right now for saying that.
Oh, that's not true at all. Look, we got to remind people, not mainly you, but people, that I'm a character. I am a character.
This is what I'm going to say. You're a character when you want to be a character. You're a character. And look, I'm saying this as a friend, buddy. This is how it goes. You slide in and out of that character thing like somebody walking through walls, like a wall walker.
Explain that. Explain it to me.
Because you go, when it fits, then you're just a character, but then you take it personally when you want. You got to be consistent. You're not consistent with it.
When am I not me? People seem to think that I go back and forth. Sometimes I'm me, and sometimes I'm my human, but that's not true.
800 people are saying it to you that you're not consistent with it, so you might want to listen to them a little bit. Trust me, I like you. I made you. You were zilch, zero, laying in the garbage bag in the corner until I picked you out and said, this guy's got it. And you know what? You got it. I was not wrong about that. You got it. I said this guy's got it. He's got it. But you know what? I see it. You get too twisted about this stuff, and I can see the dude behind the puppet getting all mad. Just relax. Relax. Smoke a joint. Who cares about anything? Right?
Right? You know, he's just very protective of my image.
Go do some blow. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm not into that kind of stuff.
No, just relax. Relax. Why are you so tightly wound? What's wrong?
Because of the people attacking me.
So what? And you know what you say to them? So what?
I got one person cursing me off on Twitter.
So they're allowed to say that. Twitter is not G-rated. Go sign up at the Sesame Street board if you don't want people using bad language. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm just wondering why someone feels the compulsion to talk to me like that.
Maybe they're jealous. Maybe you put yourself in a public forum and they feel they have the right to comment on your performance the way you comment on the comic book that you bought. There are people who make, and there are people who weigh in on the things that those people make. That's how it works, my friend.
I know.
If you truly cannot handle that, it is time for you to put the puppet back in the bag and not do it. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, it's time for you to go back in the bag and don't come out. But if you want to be a part of it, you're going to have to take your lumps. And sometimes they're not fair, and sometimes the lumps feel a little mean. But you know what? You don't get to control that.
Well, sure, but I can have my feelings in reaction to them, right?
But you got to roll with it. You can't let it affect you. You're not even doing the voice tonight.
am.
No, you're doing it in passing. You sound more like it sounds like Ratso Rizzo tonight than Wally Wackiman. Look, you're my guy. Do you not know that? How much exposure have I given you on this show?
Oh, tons.
Yeah, tons. So, you know what? Just relax. Don't take it personally. Just shake it off. Shake it off. Let me hear you do that. The eye might fall off. Did the eye fall off again when you did that?
No. They were recently rebooted very tightly.
Okay. Is it true that you went to some show and the eye fell off and rolled across the floor?
I went to a show. The eye never fell off while I was there.
I heard the eye rolled across the floor and then you had to beg some guy to give it back to you.
No, someone spread lies.
Okay. Why are you so uptight, Wally?
I don't know. I thought.
Why are you taking all these things personally? Look, you have opinions, right? Tell me this thing about a comic book that drove you up the wall. What, Captain America's horns weren't right on the side of his head or whatever you were so mad about?
Well, I don't like that in the movies.
Yeah, you didn't like it. Yeah, you were mad at that. You don't think those guys worked for 3 years on that movie? All of a sudden they look online, they see a puppet is telling them that the horns weren't right. You don't think that hurts their feelings?
It's more expressing that I'd like him to have them, not saying you did it wrong.
You've said things. You've said things that were wrong. People, I've seen people say it, like people saying, "Man, this dude is giving me a hard time," on Twitter.
I don't think I give people specifically hard time.
You've done it. You've done it.
To their face, I talk to people and say, "Hey, if they didn't start with me, I just start with them."
Yeah. So you're the enforcer then, when it fits, and then you're the victim when it fits. Gotta relax, pal.
Well, doesn't everybody do that at times?
Yeah, but everybody has it in check. How do you think I feel? I get these people say the meanest things to me. You know what I do? I know I'm right in my heart, Wally.
Well,
I know I'm right. And I just trust that. I do these things for an audience of one, my friend. Look, yeah, I'm huge. Show's enormous. More popular than ever. I got people recognizing me in pizza parlors. I go in, "Are you Tom Scharpling?" I'm trying to go do a meditation class. I'm scared. I'm going to go do it, and then somebody's going to be behind me staring at me. I put on Twitter, "Hey, anybody know a meditation class?" I can go behind class. All of a sudden, I look over and see, "Hey, Tom, it's Wally. I'm going to try to do some meditation too." Or whoever else. Not you. Not that you'd specifically do that. Or someone. I'll look over and I'll see, "Hey there, I'm trying to meditate there. Get on a higher plane there." Like, that's what I got to go do, is look. The show's enormous. I know it. It's bigger than ever.
Yeah,
but you know what?
Small.
I'm still doing it just for myself. I'm not doing it for those people, the hundreds of thousands of people who can't get enough of the show and would probably kill themselves if I stopped doing it. I'm not doing it for them. I'm doing it for me. But you are your foundation is off, buddy. You're doing it for the wrong reasons. You got to get Rocky III style. You're always going to lose the fight until you fight for the right reasons.
I guess I'm trying to find those reasons.
Yeah. And the reason should be you do it for yourself.
Yeah.
And you're not, though. You're trying to make everybody, you're trying to do a tap dance in front of everybody, make everybody happy, and then you get mad when people don't like you.
Well, you know, when you say it like that, I think I understand what's the root of the problem.
You're losing the voice again!
Sorry.
That's better.
I was just going to say, when you put it out like that, it really, to me, it makes the root of the problem seem like
this is not the voice!
What?
You're not talking like the puppet.
You know, I don't always have to be super high-pitched to be my voice.
Yeah, but you shouldn't sound like you're talking to Joe Buck in the middle of traffic trying to get Brenda Vaccaro to go to the apartment. You're doing it for the wrong reasons. But I need you to calm down and relax. I'm on your side. I'm on your side, Wally. You know that.
I appreciate it. Well,
but you know what? If I wasn't on your side, that shouldn't matter either, because you should be doing this thing for you.
Sure.
But you're not. You're doing it for you're trying to make everybody happy but yourself. Make yourself happy, Wally.
Well, I think I get it then. I think I get it.
Okay.
'Cause I think it was joining Twitter puts a lot of pressure. You're in the public eye more.
Yeah.
People want more, and maybe that's what led to this collapse, and that's why I got to turn it around.
Then this is what I'm going to say to you. Put a little cap on yourself on how much you tweet.
I think that's what I got to do.
You're muffled again! No! You know what else you get, though? I'm glad you get it. How can I take this call? Mike, what do you think? Does the band get reset? Wally? Oh, in all honesty, how can I not reset the ban after this call?
Well, I had it planned very differently this fall.
It's muffled. It's muffled. The band's reset. I'm so sorry to do this to you. Yell at your phone afterwards. I don't know what to tell you. Everyone's back to the beginning. The ban is reset. It's the ruling I gotta make. I didn't want to do it. I gotta do it. Wally?
Yeah.
Why does it sound good all of a sudden? Suddenly it sounds good. For the first time in 35 minutes, this call sounds clear.
Nothing happened.
Wally?
Yeah.
It's clear again. I can't take that. This is what I'm going to say to you. Set a little cap on yourself. Hey, I'm only going to tweet a couple times a day. 2 times a day, 3 times a day. You don't need to do 88 times an hour like you're doing right now.
Yeah, I was trying to keep in touch with the people, trying to respond.
Yeah, you don't have to do it. You don't have to do it on a 1-to-1 basis, though. Be yourself. Just you don't have to reply literally to every person on it, and that's why you're getting people are losing their marbles, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
But Wally,
yeah,
you sound so. I'm going to ask. You know what I'm going to do? You tell me. Should I reset the ban?
Well, the way this call went, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't want you to, because everyone's going to hate me some more.
I want to hear your opinion on this. Should I or shouldn't I?
Well, for everybody else's sake, I'd say no. If you want to lengthen my ban, go ahead.
But you knew the rules coming into this.
I know. I expected it to go much better. I had a lot of things I didn't get to say.
I'm going to think on this. I'm not making the ruling right now. I'm going to think on this.
Okay.
I want to make the right decision on this, Wally.
I hope you do.
You know I like you, buddy.
Oh, I do. I know that.
You're my felt friend. You and me, flesh and felt, we're buddies.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Calm down.
All right, I'll take your advice.
Okay.
Have a good night.
You have a great night.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye. I'm on your side, buddy.